Hello, everybody. It's Sarah. I help women grow their hair and their bank account. And today I'm going to talk to anyone who is in the social selling world and help you grow your bank account. Or if you've been curious about it and are wondering about making some extra money online, I'm going to give you my top apps that I use for social selling. So the first one is FIT, F-I-T. Ready? That's actually not the name of the app. It stands for Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, the platforms that I'm going live from right now. Okay, so the reason that this was important to me, and I know it's like I'm going to have other apps that you can use within those two, but the reason that these are so important is that this is where the people are, okay? I'm going to mention a couple others that you can use, but since I called it my top apps for social selling, these are the ones that I'm on every day, pretty much. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, FIT. So this is where the people are. Do you know how many millions of people, correction, not millions, billions of people are on these platforms? Facebook has over 2 billion users. 2 billion. Billion! Do you know how many people that is? Instagram has over 1 billion. TikTok has 1.5 billion. Also, two others that I am not very into, that I don't use every day or much at all, but that there's a lot of people on, are YouTube. YouTube is huge as well. I've been told I'm good on video, that I have good energy and good charisma and stuff like that. I think I still have things to work on. I get tongue-tied and stuff like that, but I've been considering YouTube because it's huge. And another one is Pinterest. Pinterest, out of the 5 I just mentioned, is probably the least amount of people, but it's still worth it to bring in leads. So the reason that I choose to do it this way, and again, you don't have to. There's lots of ways to sell, like old school network marketing, so you do like a party in people's living room, right? The reason, and you can still do that still works for some people. The reason that I choose FIT, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, is because there's billions of people. You can have one piece of content go viral and have hundreds of thousands or millions of eyes on your stuff, right? So would you rather talk to one person at a time, at the grocery store or something? Or would you rather create content on these apps and have people come to you, right? And it doesn't always have to be about your products or your business, obviously. You can create a brand around yourself, about what you're passionate about, and create those connections, and the selling takes off from there. So that's my first thing. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, get on them. I'm considering YouTube. You could also get on Pinterest, or maybe you've been on there, because a lot of people have been on Pinterest for a while, right? I don't know why, I just never got into Pinterest. Drop it down, your favorite out of those. I would love to know which one you spend the most time on. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or Pinterest. Myself, for putting out content, I like Instagram the best, but I try to have a presence, a reel or TikTok on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok every single day. Honestly, it takes less time for me to put out one reel than like most people do, spending on it all day, just scrolling, right? So it can be pretty quick. I got myself ready today. I did a fun little transition video that I didn't post yet. Maybe I'll post it tomorrow. But I'm like, while I'm ready, I'm just going to talk about the best apps, because I also did a live a couple days ago and someone asked me about the best tech equipment. So I think these are the kind of things you guys want. If you're interested, let me know. Thanks for the hearts. But I don't recommend any sort of tech equipment. I'm on phones right now, okay? But I think these apps are helpful. So that's the first one. I have my short little list here. It's super short because you don't need to be fancy. You don't need to have 1,000 apps. You don't need to have a ton of expensive tech equipment or anything like that. So the next one is Canva, Canva. I think most people have probably heard of this one because it's so good. They've made so many improvements too. It's super user easy. Is that what I was trying to say? It's easy to use. Like, it's kind of intuitive. If you can use your phone, you can use Canva to make some graphics. So when I'm using Canva, most often I'm using it for stories. So like my Facebook or Instagram stories. If I get a big influx of followers from a reel, I had one last week that got a couple 100,000. So I had a bunch of new people. So I wanted to kind of show what I do. So I made some graphics that just said who I am, what I do, and I put them up. And I made them on Canva. You don't have to. You can just use the create feature in Instagram, but I think it adds a little special touch, and I'm not good at making my own graphic design. It's all for you. It's all done. Basically, you just have to swap in your photos, put in your words. Thank you. Hey guys. Okay, so I also use it to make actual posts, like especially carousels. So one of my popular ones was foods that are best for hair growth and hair health. So what I did is I got my list of foods that were good for, and instead of just listing them out, I made it a carousel, which means you can swipe through, and I just put pictures of the different foods. They have tons of free image. You don't have to worry about like copyright and stuff. There is a pro version that you can pay for. I personally do not. It might be something you might want to consider to unlock extra benefits and more photos and stuff like that. But at this point, I just use the free version. You can also use Canva to make presentations if you're someone who, I don't know, if you're a network marketing or something and you want to do a Zoom presentation, you can use Canva to make a gorgeous Zoom presentation, okay? There's also so many other things you can do in there. I don't even know all the features. I just use it for pretty basic stuff, but there's a ton of YouTube tutorials on Canva if you want to do more with it. Okay, so next is another one that I use that I kind of stepped away from a little bit is Tezza, and this is one that I pay like $3 a month for, I think. It's Tezza. That is photo and video editing. So if I ever even yesterday I posted a picture, there was no filter on it. But that's the one that if I want a filter, if I want to just edit it, I use Tezza, Tezza. A lot of times I'll just use the pre-done filters, or presets, whatever you want to call them. But you can also like change the saturation and the texture and all these different things within there. Again, I don't post that many still photos anymore. So I don't use it as much, but you can. And I also have used it to edit a video to make it a little different, to turn into a reel, thinking that that might help it get more reach. So that is Tezza. And the last one, I probably use more, but these are just the ones that I use pretty much every day. The last one that I use is once you have a customer base and you want to be able to reach out to them again, I love Project Broadcast, it's called. It's a texting service. So basically, I should have looked up my number before this. I forget what it is. It gives me a phone number, and I use that phone number specifically for my business, for my customers, and also for my prospects. So it's like 845 something hair, and I chose it because it's hair at the end. I'll put it in the comments after this, but basically it gives you a phone number, and this is a way that I have hundreds of customers for my hair care and skincare that I distribute, and I can text all of them at once. It's so cool. So you can put in a message, and then you can even personalize it by saying like first name, and it'll insert their first name, so it seems very personalized. If you're one of my customers, now you know. Maybe you already knew, but it's a texting service. You can also obviously text them just like you would normal, like individual text, but I love that you can text everyone at once. You can also, this is a feature that I need to implement this week. It's been way too long that I've been meaning to do this, but basically you can do a campaign, so it makes follow-up super, super easy. So if you are someone who's already in a business or social selling and you like to follow up with your people, this takes follow-up out of your hands. So if you're like, oh, I'm not that great at follow-up, you can automate it. So basically you can follow up with them as soon as or as far away as you want to with them. So if you want to follow up with someone 60 days out, you do a follow-up then. You could do like 2 weeks, 30 days, 60 days, like a different message each time. So that's something that you really want to consider. So Project Broadcast, all of these I think have free capabilities except Tezza, I think was $3. You can double check, it might have gone up. Project Broadcast is $15 a month that I pay for that. I cannot tell you it is worth every single penny. Every penny. They could raise the price like 5 times and I would still pay for it because it's invaluable for me to be able to text all my VIPs at once, all my customers at once. If you have way less, if you only have like a handful of customers, you probably don't need it because you can create those personal relationships by texting them or messaging them however you message them, whether it's Facebook in the DMs, personal messages, you can do that. But if you have, or if you are building a brand and plan to have a lot of customers, I think a texting service is key, and I really like Project Broadcast. My understanding is that it was a group of engineers whose wives were in network marketing, and they were like, we need to figure something out where they can, like a system they can use, and they developed it, and it's just so great. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the ones I use really quickly again. Oh, I just remembered another one that I didn't talk about. Oh, well, I'm going to end this. So, apps for social selling, top apps. So first is you have to get yourself out there. This is just a recap in case you're just jumping on because I see a couple more people. So recap that I use, my favorite for finding people, connecting with people, and, and overall selling is Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You could also consider YouTube and Pinterest. There are billions of people. This is especially huge if you're someone who's like, oh, I don't have a network. I don't feel like I know people. Who would I sell to? Billions of people. So you have to start thinking bigger. So those are the apps that I'm on. And then Canva for making graphics or presentations. Canva is great. Tezza, Tezza, for photo and video editing. And again, you don't have to use that though. Like the picture I posted yesterday was filter free because I just wanted to show my day 4 bed head that I don't have to wash my hair anymore. And like that got a ton of interaction. I don't know. And then Project Broadcast for if you already have a large enough customer base that you can't really message them all individually all the time. So hope that was helpful. If you have any, I'd love to know your favorite apps for social selling in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.